Hello, and welcome to the Raymond Corporation's LinkedIn Live series. I'm your host, John Slavic, Senior Manager of Intelligent Warehouse Solutions at the Raymond Corporation. In each of our episodes of our LinkedIn Live series, we feature special guests from the Raymond Corporation to discuss how intralogistics solutions can help you maintain efficient and productive operations. Our series is interactive, so if anything piques your interest or if you have questions about any of what we're discussing, please enter them in the comment box so we can answer them for you. Also, you can find previous episodes of our series on the Raymond Corporation's YouTube channel. So in the spirit of National Forklift Safety Day, today's installment will focus on innovative technologies that can help operations optimize their training processes. We have a lot of great things to discuss today. So I want to welcome back my guest for today, Dave Norton, Vice President of Customer Solutions and Support at Raymond. Dave, welcome.
Hey, John. It's really great to be here. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who was able to attend the Industrial Truck Association's National Forklift Safety Day yesterday. That day, our president, Raymond Corporation's president and CEO, Mike Field, was the chairman of the event and had some really good comments to make. I'm really excited to carry forward the momentum and continue the conversations on this topic today.
Awesome, Dave. So let's just get right into it. So to start, can you take us through how the Raymond Corporation supports National Forklift Safety Day's mission?
I'd love to. As we all know, National Forklift Safety Day was yesterday, and this year was completely unlike anything we've ever experienced. Material handling operations were faced with unprecedented demand as e-commerce purchases and multi-channel returns exploded in 2020 due to the pandemic. As some customers' expectations continue to approach from 2-day to 1-day to same-day delivery of product from these e-commerce suppliers, stress on the supply chain continues to mount, resulting in even more strain on operators and industrial equipment. Our industry, just like much of the business in the U.S. right now, is increasingly strapped for labor due to the increase in demand. So it's imperative to create environments where operators want to come to work and can be successful with their day-to-day job and enjoy their job. It's Raymond's goal to assist the supply chain by providing operators and their supervisors with tools to assist them and assist their operation with being successful. Investing in intelligent warehouse solutions and prioritizing employee training and retraining are key to creating an effective work environment. I do want to make a comment about one of the comments made yesterday during the National Forklift Safety Day. OSHA again shared with us that 3 of the top 5 most cited sections of the Powered Industrial Truck Standard are related to operator training and evaluation. In other words, 3 out of every 5 times OSHA cites a manufacturer, a user, a warehouse and distribution per customer, they're citing them because someone was not properly trained to do what they were doing. So I think it's really a good time to talk about training and operator assist and how we can better use data to educate lift truck operators and technicians and empower the customers to train their operators and the pedestrians and their supervisors on best practices in material handling environments to make sure that they remain OSHA compliant.
Yeah, I think that makes it really relevant to have this conversation today, Dave. So with that in mind, so how can operations leverage technology that we have today to create that engaging and fulfilling work environment?
Well, in our industry, just like all other industries, we're continuously evaluating and refining processes to improve continuous improvement so that we continue to evolve and improve our businesses and our customers' businesses. We're living in a time where technology is constantly evolving and industry is on the leading edge. Our industry is on the leading edge for utilizing tools such as telematics, virtual reality training, e-learning, and other dynamic trainings in order to be successful. Virtual learning platforms are innovative tools that help develop more confident, efficient operators. We can actually put operators on a real truck that does not move and train them all the ways to use the truck properly and what's improper and even know if the operator is comfortable elevating to 30 feet in the air or afraid of heights, those types of things. We can learn that in a virtual environment without the truck moving, without the operator moving, and it really drives for a very positive experience for that new employee, that new operator, so that they can have a positive, confident start to their career.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it provides a level of confidence because they feel secure that they're not going to, damage anything while they're learning, right? So it takes that risk out of it. So just a quick reminder to our guests. I see that some of you are joining us. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment box so that we can answer them for you. But moving right along, Dave, how would operator assist technologies, for example, play a role in improving employees' daily experiences?
Yeah, that's a great question, John. Like we talked about before, operators have a really complicated job. They've got a lot to do. They've got counting. They've got finding the right location. They've got precise maneuvering of equipment. So what we're trying to do is develop tools or assist technology to help them do their job more easily. So technologies like telematics and real-time location systems help us gather valuable information about the operation and providing actionable insights. Also allows us to do analysis and reporting to help optimize the workforce and the equipment to make sure that you have proper balance of equipment doing the right job it is intended to do, and operators to support that work. Raymond's iWarehouse telematics system allows you to effectively manage and optimize your labor resources and obviously your equipment resources, and take that actionable data into results with reduced costs, delivering improved performance and better bottom line. Our system connects to all industrial equipment and enables you to create an environment of accountability and restrict vehicle use to only operators who are certified to operate those pieces of equipment. Again, hopefully avoiding OSHA citations. And in the end, making sure that we reduce product and facility damage with an operator who's not trained to operate a given piece of equipment. Another example of a technology that we are evolving and rolling out is our pick-to-pallet offering. This is a patented light system that eliminates or reduces picking areas by using put-to-light technology within the forks of a pallet truck. So you can pick two orders at the same time, and you reduce errors by putting the wrong product on the wrong pallet, greatly reducing the possibility of pick errors and obviously having to replace that order down the road.
I know from talking to a lot of our customers that pick errors are like the number one cost that they have, and the pick-to-light system, for those that have installed it, have been very pleased to see those picking errors reduced significantly. So when we're talking about other types of operator assist technologies, that real-time location tracking system comes to mind. So how would a system like that be able to reinforce material handling best practices?
So with a real-time location tracking system, we're able to define proper operational practices within a facility, where the truck should be stopping or slowing down, and making sure that we minimize the interaction between trucks and pedestrians, pedestrian walk areas, and that type of thing, in indoor areas, etc. So we can also, operators receive notifications or alerts when they enter or leave a restricted area, so they know, and again are reinforced that as a training aid to know that they're in or out of a restricted area. This increases operator awareness and assists in the proper equipment utilization. Obviously, when trucks are operated in an efficient way, productivity and efficiency are increased. It's also important to remember that creating a culture of safety is an ongoing process. RTLS, telematics, training, all are parts of that process. Reinforcing the training that the operators receive at day one and year three when they're going through their recertification. It takes commitment to continuous improvement, and willingness to supervise, train, and retrain forklift operators and pedestrians alike. These are busy environments, and we need to do our best to make sure that everybody's properly trained and successful.
Yeah, and I think allowing our customers to have that bird's eye view of their facility so they can see the overall flow really does help them make those process improvements as well. But David, looks like we have our first question. Where can I learn more about Raymonds operator assist technologies?
That's a great question. You can go out to www.raymondintralogistics.com and learn all about the operator assist options. We have videos, brochures, white papers. Also, you can reach out to your local Raymond Solutions and Support Center throughout the country, and they would be more than happy to share the information with you and discuss the proper what may benefit your application.
Excellent. So I know one of the most exciting pieces of technology that we have in the market today is our virtual reality trainer. So let's just take a couple moments to talk about that. So Raymond does offer an award-winning VR simulator designed specifically for the material handling industry. So can you describe how our piece of technology is a little bit different than those on the market today?
I would love to. Our equipment actually connects directly to the forklift truck. So our forklifts, through our simulation port on the truck, allow the operator to use the exact truck they're going to be driving in a virtual environment. So that truck is not moving. So we're able to use these tools to attract new talent through job fairs, and also to help drive operator proficiencies to a higher level faster, because we start with the very basics and a very standardized way of training the operator from the very basics of the controls and even the daily checklist. What are the required checks for the daily checklist? Pointing to those aspects of the truck that they need to be looking at and verifying that the tires are in good shape or they've connected their fall protection, etc. The other thing that's really, really important here is with this tool, instructors can immediately assess how that operator is performing, where they need additional help. And also we can have other operators watching and learning from the person who's actually on the unit. So all the people who are in the class can learn from each other on mistakes and or successes as they're working their way through the lessons. This creates a standardized approach to making sure that all operators are behaving the same way in the same environment. Our simulator is the first of its kind to offer instructional education modules through our, again, S-port. And as soon as we are you're ready to take that truck out, it can quickly be disconnected and the truck be placed back into operation. This also, this allows for not having to add additional equipment to your fleet in order to do training. Also eliminates area within your facility specifically designated to training. Again, we want to make sure everybody realizes the training of a forklift operator is a three-part process. First is classroom learning. Second is actually hands-on training, and then third is actual proficiency certification by a certified trainer, verifying that operator is now proficient with all the skills and ready to go and operate. This system is actually designed for easy use and easy use for the trainer. We have as many as 17 or 18 modules for some of our more complicated trucks. We have a total of 81 unique lessons, 300 total, with using 11 of our different pieces of equipment to train on. So lots of opportunities and lots of training. Interestingly, some of our customers use this as an opportunity for operators to move up into more complicated trucks. They do it on their own. They train themselves using virtual reality, and then they prove their proficiency through the tool, and then through hands-on verification with a certified trainer.
So one of the things I wanted to point out too is that we do have our S-port, which allows us to go right onto an actual truck. But if you don't have a truck that you want to come out of your fleet, or if you want to put it in a training room rather than out on your floor, we do have a simulated truck option as well.
100%.
So this is a newer technology, and we know that it kind of lends itself to that next generation. So when we're talking about that labor and skills gap, how can VR and these other learning technologies help attract that next gen of warehouse worker?
Well, as we who have younger children or older children all realize, these folks are very engaged with virtual reality or online gaming and that type of things. So this is a really new, cool concept for our millennials, Generation Z. These folks are familiar with these types of technologies, and this also has a real cool factor. It comes, with that, and they really do enjoy this innovative training method. You're going to be able to attract folks that may not have been interested in this as an occupation. I do want to make a comment, though. We do talk about millennials and such. I've been with, we'll say, older people who really enjoy it as well as a way of learning and becoming comfortable with a piece of equipment. I've had 60-plus-year-old ladies saying, I can't believe how engaging this is and how much I've learned. And I am so much more comfortable now to be able to go get on an actual piece of equipment that I'm comfortable, and I know how to run that piece of equipment and how to do everything I need to know how to do. So I know we're talking about the young folks, but I'm going to tell you that we've had some really great successes with older generations as well.
Awesome. So it looks like we have two questions. So the first one is, has the pricing become more scalable for VR? So I can speak to that quickly. Yes, it has. So we would encourage you to reach out to your local support and solution center to discuss with the representatives there the current new pricing structure that we have for our VR. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. And the next question was, can I request a demo of the Raymond VR simulator before purchasing? And absolutely you can. And there's a couple ways of doing that. So Dave, I don't know if you want to talk about that a little bit.
You're on a roll. No, you can reach out to your solutions and support centers and either go directly to their facility. They all have units for demo or rental, and or you can ask them to bring one out to your facility, teach you how to use it. They can leave it for a week, and you can use it with your folks and give feedback.
So one of the things I want to point out too that I love about the VR is that it's extremely portable too. So it does come in its own Pelican case. Everything you need is kind of in one case that's extremely transportable. So if you want to purchase it for a region or one location and move it around, you can do that as well. So while we're still talking about VR, Dave, can you share an example of how VR has benefited one of our operations?
I would love to. We've got a really good case study. Ginsberg Foods is obviously a food distributor. They run a 24-hour, 6-day-a-week operation in a really busy warehouse environment. They're growing very quickly, and they had capacity issues with being able to grow and retain operators for material handling equipment. So we worked with them to expand their operator education program, and they were very excited and positive about their experience with our VR system. I think we've got a quick video to kind of give a case study show and maybe get some more questions based upon that.
So Ginsberg's was founded in 1909, so we're a 108-year-old company. We service about 250-mile radius of the Hudson, New York location. Ginsberg's takes pride in the level of service that we provide to our customers. We also pride ourselves in building outstanding business relationships, not only with our customers, but also with our vendors.
So we've been working with Ginsberg's for over 20 years. And as Ginsberg's has continued to grow and evolve and be a leader in the food distribution arena that they cover, we've been with them every step of the way. The food service business is a very competitive business. Their customers continue to drive them for superior levels of service. So warehouse efficiency and warehouse productivity is crucial to their business model. So Ginsberg's, like most customers today, are faced with the challenge of bringing in forklift operators who oftentimes, more times than not, have never been on a lift truck. Raymond's Virtual Reality Simulator allows operators or potential operators to actually get on a piece of equipment, interface with rack as if they were in a real-life warehouse setting, Companies invest a lot in onboarding employees who are operating lift trucks, oftentimes to find out they've never been on a forklift truck.
We visited Raymond to do a tour, learn about the virtual reality, and then within weeks, we're learning that we're going to pilot the process. So we currently use 41 lifts within our environment, 24 order pickers, which are used to pick product through our dry, cooler, and freezer area. We're unique in the food industry. Most food distributors will pick on the ground level using walkies. We use order pickers to pick through our multiple temperature areas. So we're picking an order picker going in the air to pick, heavy product, leading to challenging work, more physical nature than other food distributors. Both of our trainers are very experienced forklift drivers, so they got on it. Again, they were amazed at how realistic it was.
Without a doubt, it makes the newer employees more comfortable on the machines. There's a lot of things that they have to learn those first couple of weeks with the voice picking and stacking pallets and millions of different things. And I think without a doubt, getting them on the virtual reality order picker has helped them get a little more acclimated and more comfortable.
Well, it definitely gets you used to the controls, because you basically are sitting there touching a real machine. You practice there, so you don't have to worry about doing this stuff in real life and making mistakes. Make a mistake, you just start over.
When I was picking on the VR, and then when I came out here and actually started picking, I was ready. I feel like I had experience already. The machine helped me out a lot. And I knew what I was coming into, what I was looking forward to.
Overall, the feedback was extremely positive, and the feedback from the trainers and the people involved were pretty amazed at how realistic it was. Another interesting feedback was they just felt it was cool. Many of our recent new hires, being millennials, could relate to virtual reality and felt it was pretty neat. The last advantage that we've seen is that when a new hire comes in and goes through that process, it immediately will tell us if they're going to be successful as a night warehouse associate. As we brought one individual through and they had to go in the air, they had to start experiencing what it was like to pick on an order picker, they immediately started saying they didn't think that the job was going to be for them. So it's good for us that we can immediately assess if that individual is going to be successful before they transition to nights.
We've already experienced some substantial improvements in the way in which our new orientation groups that go through the virtual reality, the response that we've received and their performance has been substantially better as they exit the orientation program and actually get into production. So it's a logical fit for us to utilize the virtual reality program into the future as a complement to our existing training program.
So Dave, that's a really great story. So can you elaborate for us on some of the benefits Ginsberg Foods saw with the VR simulator?
Absolutely. As we heard, building operator confidence is a key, and then building that standard so that everybody's working to the standard process, what expectations for stopping and sounding the horn and all those types of things really helps drives a standard process for that. As I said, most of the new operators had never even been on a lift truck, and sometimes we even hear they've never even driven a car or had any of that type of motion-related experience. This gave them the ability to train more or deeper with operators as they work their way through the lessons, making sure that those operators were comfortable with the process and ready to move into the warehouse environment. It puts everybody on a level playing field, allowing instructors to watch operators, give feedback to operators, help them be successful right out of the gate. As we heard, this helped Ginsberg Foods retain new talent, and that's what this is all about. We want our trained people to stay and enjoy their job. And if their knowledge and understanding of their job is really good out of the gate, they're going to be much more satisfied and have a much higher likelihood of success.
Absolutely. So the VR is a really amazing product, but in addition to VR, I know that we have other technologies that Raymond uses to support operator training. Can you talk about those?
Absolutely. Raymond has a comprehensive yet modular online training program that can be customized to meet the customer's needs, even into different types of equipment, model by model, etc. Raymond Safety on the Move operator training program provides proper instruction for forklift training to maximize your operation for greater accuracy and efficiency through every shift. When an operator successfully completes the courses testing, they receive OSHA certification. These are now available with e-learning. We can do our classes through e-learning. Obviously, we've seen and talked a bunch about the virtual reality simulator. We actually have classroom. Our trainers can come directly to the customers and do classroom training. Or I want to add, with this past year, we are doing a lot more virtual instructor-led training, similar to what we're doing right now, but through Teams or through Skype or Zoom, we can actually hold trainings virtually with the operators, so that obviously we don't have to travel and we don't have to be face to face. And I also want to point out that we have the ability and we have trainers to do the actual hands-on training at the end of your curriculum to make sure that you are certified and ready to go to work.
Awesome. So it looks like we got a question from the audience I want to grab really quick because it's about the VR. Is the Raymond Virtual Reality Simulator compatible with all Raymond lift trucks?
It's not compatible with all, but virtually all. Like I said, we have 11 models of our truck that it actually plugs into, or we have bucks for. Of that, there's 300 different courses. So again, reach out to your local solutions and support center if you have questions. Just as an overview, order pickers, reach trucks, counterbalance trucks, tuggers, and our VNA swing reaches all have curriculum.
Excellent. So it sounds like we have really great resources for our lift truck operators, but what about the other people in our warehouses? Do we have training materials for them?
We do. We have a Raymond Safety on the Move program also includes a module for pedestrians. We want to make sure that pedestrians and operators know the rules of the road, so that pedestrians know where they belong and operators know to make eye contact, hand signals, making sure that everyone knows who's going where at all times within a facility. And that awareness and alertness is critical throughout these facilities. I also want to mention that, supervisor, it's really, really important that supervisors of forklift equipment operators are also trained in forklift safety and in pedestrian safety, so that they know what they're looking for when they're coaching their operators and making sure that people are behaving as required within all of the training programs that we provide.
These are some great insights, Dave. And I just have one last question for you. So how does operator training result in increased productivity?
I think with proper operator instruction and forklift training, we're able to maximize lift truck operation for greater accuracy, efficiency through every shift. With the confidence and knowledge of an operator knowing what they're doing and what the rules of the road are, they're going to become more proficient, more efficient, so that they're using the equipment properly and not using it for what it's not intended to be used for. And also, we also believe that the more trained an operator is, the more they own the job, the more they take care of the equipment over the long term. Greater productivity obviously results in less product damage from misuse and abuse. All of these things we're striving for every single day.
Awesome. Well, doesn't look like we have any more audience questions. So thank you, Dave. You have provided a ton of great insights today. So let's just take a moment to recap what we've talked about and how next generation technologies can benefit the material handling organizations today. So we live in a time where technology is constantly evolving and our industry is increasingly strapped due to labor because of increases in demand. So it's imperative we create environments where operators want to come and work. Employers can do that today by utilizing tools such as virtual reality and e-learning to create a dynamic work and learning environment. Virtual learning platforms are innovative tools that help develop more confident, efficient, and successful operators. We can put an operator on an actual lift truck in the most realistic virtual warehouse available to simulate various situations without ever leaving the floor. The Raymond Virtual Reality Simulator is the first of its kind to offer instructional education modules on an actual truck via Raymonds S-Port or simulation port. Once complete, it can be disconnected and the forklift can be placed back into operation in the warehouse. And lastly, Raymond offers a comprehensive yet modular online training program that can be tailored to meet the needs of new or seasoned operators interested in learning more about automation, location systems, telematics, forklift operation, and more. So I just want to thank everybody for joining in today. Thank you so much for all of your great questions. A special thank you to Dave for taking time to join me. And just as a reminder, a recorded version of this episode will be available on the Raymond YouTube channel. There you will find our previous episodes as well. And also be sure to be on the lookout for Raymond's next live broadcast in the coming months. Thanks everybody and have a great day.